Welcome to this Latin Improvers follower solo practice dance lesson. Learning tips including health and safety advice are in the description. I am dancing follower steps, so you can simply copy me. We're going to look at the stepping of forward and back basic, and I'm going to describe it in two different ways using words and then numbers. And then I'll repeat it again. The words will describe which foot you're stepping with, and the numbers will describe the music. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Now we'll do the beat numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the step names again. Right, left, right, left, right, left. And the beat numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's just look at it broken down. Number 1 or right, number 2 or left, number 3 or right, then number 4 nothing happens, then the next bar, let's watch, number 1 is the left, number 2 is the right, beat number 3 is the left, and then beat number 4 is another pause, and then just kind of keep repeating over and over again.
Let's practice switching between lots of different basic steps. We're both going to be dancing follower footwork. Let's start with forward and back basic. A lot of leaders might start with this. Starting with the right, forward and back now. Oh wait, Duncan said forward and back. Why are we going backwards and then forwards? Because we're doing the follower steps. We sped up a bit there, we slowed back down. Right, so now we kind of got going side basic. Back basic. Now you're probably lost by now already. Vanessa and I did a warm-up, but during the warm-up we made loads of mistakes. Side basic. Because we thought we'd demo it nice and clean, but expect to have to kind of go through it a few times to practice on your own. Forward and back, forward and back. And that's right, the follower during forward and back goes back on the right and then forward on the left. It's named from a leader's point of view. One of the reasons is because the leader has a lot to think about in terms of learning the moves, so we're trying to kind of relieve the burden slightly on the leader's kind of words memorization. Anyway, side basic. There might be other reasons, maybe it's sexist reasons. Anyway, we're kind of stuck with it, it's traditional. We're going to start doing New Yorkers now. So New York, we go all the way across. Notice the foot transition there. Notice the foot transition into back basic. So you might think we went the wrong way. We didn't, we went the correct way. New Yorkers, New Yorkers. Again, that is the correct way. It might look wrong because we have to make sure we step with the right foot at the correct time. Back basic, you see I'm about to step with the right, which is why I'm going backwards there. Forward and back. Let's go a bit of side basic. And we haven't done any on the spot basic yet. On the spot. This is an important skill. This is using a lot of advanced moves. If you dance with an advanced dancer, leader that knows some fancy moves, they might expect you to wait on the spot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beats while they set up the next bit of a complicated move. Anyway, side basic. We're going to do cross basic in a moment, the one where we sort of go diagonally. Okay, well let's do it now. Cross, cross, cross. We're going to transition from this into New Yorkers. Notice the difference in New York, we go much further. It's nice to have a clean difference between those two. It helps our styling. Makes the dancing look clean, look different. So each bit has a nice, authentic, different feel to it. On the spot. Forward and back. So obviously as a follower we go backwards then forwards. Side basic. Now second type of side basic, which we'll do in a moment. First on the spot. Travelling side basic, so we travel one way, travel the other way. Travel one way, travel the other way, travel one way, on the spot. Back, back basic, back basic, back basic. Forward and back on the right, forward on the left. I'd like us to go into cross basic now, where you just go diagonally. Lovely. Back basic, so then back on the right. So again, that wasn't a mistake, that's because we just transitioned on the right. Brilliant. Just go back, watch the thing again, 10 times, get really good at those transitions, and that'll really sharpen up your dancing and make it look really nice.
Not one fault.
Yes, Vanessa is making that look really easy. That's just because she does lots of practice and she's really good. So if you do the practice, you can start smoothing out as well. Thank you, Vanessa. High five. Whee, brilliant. Let's use a cha-cha rhythm. Practice all our different basic steps, switch in between them. And that's going to include some turns, so I'm probably going to throw this piece of paper away after a bit so I don't fall over when I'm turning on a bit of paper. Let's start with back basic, back on the right, go. So cha-cha-cha, so it's 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. I'm saying 2, 3 for some reason. Step, 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 step. Also known as step, step, cha-cha-cha, step, step, cha-cha-cha. Because some people call this dance cha-cha, and myself and other people call it cha-cha-cha just because that's what you dance in the middle. That's how I always think about it. Anyway, right. We're going to start changing between our basic steps. Forward and back basic, because we were doing back basic. So we're doing forward and back basic, so it's back on the right, forward on the left. New Yorkers. And back basic, back basic. We're going to change to forward and back basic now. So I don't know about you guys, I'm having to really concentrate on getting the cha-cha-chas while changing what I'm doing. Change to back basic. And if you get lost, just stop and join back in. So on the spot, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Back basic. You can do New Yorkers now. 3, 2, 1. Now do a turn. 2, 3, back basic. Let's just do the same, exactly the same again in a moment. Let's start it now. New Yorkers. So to the right. 2, 1. Now we're going to do a turn. Left, right, cha-cha, back basic. You could go into anything after that. I guess it depends on what the leader leads. I'd like to do it one more time. Obviously, be careful about getting dizzy. And we're going to do on the spot basic afterwards. If the leader doesn't lead anything after a turn, there's a fairly good reason. A good choice, a strong choice, is to dance on the spot afterwards. So New Yorkers, 3, 2, 1, and left, right, cha-cha-cha, on the spot, cha-cha-cha, right, cha-cha-cha, left, back basic. Let's do forward and back basic, so back on the right, forward on the left. Obviously, forward and back basic, reflecting the leader's steps, the followers do the opposite. Let's try side basic, so side on the right, cha-cha-cha, side on the left, cha-cha-cha, side on the right, cha-cha-cha, side on the left, cha-cha-cha, bum-bum-bum-bum. Back basic, on the spot, cha-cha-cha, left, cha-cha-cha, right, left, side basic. Confused myself there. Back basic. Oh, we've run out of music. Hooray! High five. Hooray! Brilliant. Just replay, have another go. I think cha-cha is particularly difficult because for me, I'm having to concentrate on doing the cha-cha-cha and I've got less time. It's like the next, if I've gone back on the right, so I go if I go step, step, cha-cha-cha, the next step back on the left, it just comes so quickly. Whereas I think with salsa and rumba, there's more time. So if you're finding this difficult, join the club. It's a big club. I'm a member. I think Vanessa's probably a member as well. And if you're listening to my teaching instructions were quite slow there and methodical. It's because I was having to concentrate quite hard. So join the club, rewatch it, have a bit more practice. It's all good. Hooray! So I'm going to be leading my hands, so you can dance with me. Vanessa's here to help you know what's going on. So you might try and put up a piece of paper or something so that you can't see what Vanessa's doing and just follow, or you might dance with Vanessa helping, sort of helping because you can see what she's doing. Anyway, so it's rumba. It's quite a slow dance. I'm the leader. I'm going to start on the left, so I'm the leader, and you're the follower, so you're going to start on the right. Oh, which way am I going to send you first? Oh, look at that, I'm pushing you away. And you should be facing me, by the way, so like Vanessa's facing me. Let's start now. So I'm kind of exaggerating the hand movements here, but this lead would be here, just wouldn't be as big if you're really dancing with me. Notice I'm leading it before the step happens. I think most good leaders will do that because it gives you a nice idea in advance of what you've got to do, so it's not all kind of suddenly a surprise. So I'm going to lead a trickier one next. So you're following my hands, and my hands are sending you backwards, but notice I'm not coming with you, I'm going a different direction. So the trick there is to follow the lead and not what I'm doing. We're going to have another example of that where I'm going to go like this. So I've kind of caught you and I've sent you through, but we're kind of mirroring each other now. We're not doing I wouldn't say we're doing the same thing. Feel this lead. So I'm not giving you any lead there, so that would probably suggest staying on the spot. We sped up there, I don't know whether you noticed. I'm just going to say a quick thing for Vanessa's benefit. Watch out, you're drifting across a bit so they won't be able to see me. That's it. So if I'm really freestyling, I'm not likely to lead as stepping on the spot very much. I think it's really good practice because it helps sort of cut out that anticipation. So think about where the hands are sending you. That's it, because the hand is sending you round.
Some dancers delay their third step, by which I mean you might be dancing, say, right, left, right, and that third step will happen on the third beat. Okay, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it might happen later, somewhere between the third and the fourth beat, or even as late as the fourth beat. Just mentioning it because it's an option that some people do. Bit of an upside is it can create more styling options with the hips during that delay in the step. Possible downside is it can be more difficult to lead someone if they're delaying because it creates less of a gap at the end of the bar during which you can prepare for a more complicated move in the next bar. Styling can be a fun thing to add to your dancing. My experience is that advanced leaders often work to develop new moves, and advanced followers often work to develop new styling options such as smoothness, hand shapes, hip or body rolls and so on. My general recommendation is styling is a good thing. It adds a whole new dimension to the hobby. The one key place I would say to be careful, maybe not use it, is if you're dancing with a new person you haven't danced with before. Holding back on the styling means that you can both tune into each other and get a feeling for how you dance. You know how, like, if you dance with a leader who just throws loads of really complicated moves in straight away, I think often that can be a bit disconcerting, a bit too much at once. I would argue it's the same thing in reverse. If a follower throws too many styling options in straight away, as a leader it's like, well, I need to get used to how you dance, maybe just hold back on that a little bit and just bring it in slowly, and then once we're used to dancing with each other, then I can throw loads of moves in, you can throw loads of styling in, and we can really go for it. Thanks for watching. This is one of a series of nearly 50 lessons that create a complete partner dance learning experience. The video description and my website have lots more information to help.